Good afternoon, baseball fans. I'm John Preddy, and welcome to another edition of Coast Hotel's WCBL Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. Opening week in the WCBL, presented by Fortis Alberta, continues as the Beavers look to take the weekend sweep after winning last night's Marathon Slugfest 1916 against the Moose Jaw Miller Express at Rosswells Park in Moose Jaw. Dylan Parton won his first WCBL start. Trevor Dale hit 2 home runs for the Beavers. Ian Heck won. And Alex Alva chipped in with 3 doubles on the night. Trevor Dale earned the Boston Pizza Player of the Game for his efforts last night. It's a warm, breezy day in Weyburn with the temperature at 24 degrees Celsius. That's roughly 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And the wind is brisk, gusting from 37 to 34 kilometers per hour or 17 to 21 miles per hour. The weather forecast suggests the possibility of some rain showers roughly the time of the game should end. Heading over to take a look at the league standings, which there seem to be some technical difficulties when it comes to the Fort McMurray Giants. But in the Eastern Division, the Medicine Hat Mavericks lead the way with a red-hot 4-0 start. The Regina Red Sox, the Saskatchewan Berries, and the Weyburn Beavers all occupy the second spot with 2-1 records, while the Swift Current 57s and the Moose Jaw Miller Express are both looking for their first wins of the season today. They sit at 0-3. Over in the West Division, the Brooks Bombers have an early lead in the division with a 2-0 mark. The Sylvan Lake Gulls, according to this, but again, technical difficulties obviously from Fort McMurray, who show they haven't played a game yet on the WCBL website. The Energy City Cactus Rats are 1-1. The biggest surprise, the Okotoks Dogs and the Lethbridge Bulls, the two teams that have won together, aggregately, the last 5 WCBL titles. They're both winless at 0-2. The starting lineups for today's game for the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Leading things off and playing shortstop, the speedy Thomas Soto. In the 2 spot, the right fielder, Tanner DeGrazia. In the 3 spot, the first baseman tonight, Austin Gurney, number 39. Jackson Yeager, who had a 5-for-5 night with a hit by pitch for the Miller Express last night, number 26. He'll be the DH tonight. William Edwards is the center fielder, wearing number 7. He'll bat 5th. Gustavo Soto is the catcher, wearing number 20, batting 6th. The number 7 hitter, Andrew Nieves. He will be in left field today, wearing number 3. Batting 8th, Adrian Vivo, the third baseman. He wears uniform number 7. And rounding out the order, Ben Wallachek, the second baseman, wearing number 13, a real speedy guy there. The starting pitcher tonight, number 29, Rodolfo Guardiola. For your hometown Weyburn Beavers, the starting pitcher today will be Graham Middleton, the 6'7" right-hander out of Arkansas. He's a senior at Central Baptist College in Conway, Arkansas, and looking forward to seeing what Graham has to offer today. The batting lineup, Ryan Dauphiny will lead things off. He's in left field today and wearing number 15. Alex Alva, the second baseman, wearing number 4, bats second, looking to build on his strong performance last night. Noah Brooks bats third, wearing number 23, and he's in right field today. Noah Brooks, a strong performance last night, a couple of hits and a double as well. Every starter got a hit last night for the Beavers in their strong offensive effort. Ian Heck is the cleanup hitter, and he'll be at first base for the second consecutive night, wearing number 12. Zach Tanabe is the starting shortstop. The Hawaii native wears number 9. Trevor Dale is batting 6th and DHing today, and batting 6, wearing number 6, and why wouldn't he be in the lineup today after last night's performance? Chet McDaniel is the center fielder, wearing number 2 and batting 7th. tonight's catcher, or this afternoon's catcher, Rob Gurney, and he'll bat 8th and wear number 10. And rounding out the order, Luke Malzewski is playing third base today, the versatile player, the utility guy. He wears number 3, and he got into the game last night and hit a ball really well into a deep part of Roswell's Park. But that was tracked down by the Moose Jaw outfield, but great contact by Malzewski there. So we will be going to the national anthem now, so we'll step away, and we'll be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball here on FloCollege. Welcome back. Graham Middleton will take his warm-up tosses here as we look to get underway in this contest between the Beavers and the Moose Jaw Miller Express. The umpires for today's game, at home plate, Zeke Fair. At first base, it'll be Brent Chadwick, and at third base, the veteran Ron Shuchuk. So Graham Middleton this year at Central Baptist College. He appeared in 13 games, started all 13. He had a record of 2-4, through 56 and a third innings, 66 strikeouts in those 56 and a third. Had an ERA of 8.47 and a whip of 1.74. The numbers last season as a junior, much more impressive. 7-2 record for Middleton last season with a 3.15 ERA and 75 strikeouts. So excited to see what the tall right-hander can do here tonight against this Miller Express lineup. That last night with the lefty Dylan Parton going was pretty right-hand batter oriented against the lefty. And Thomas Soto, the leadoff hitter for the Miller Express, a switch hitter, so doesn't really matter who you throw at him. Soto, good speed. It's almost a situation where so goes Soto, so goes the Miller Express, because you're going to get production out of Gurney and Yeager for sure, so it's up to him to have the table set for those guys. And looks like we're just about ready to get underway. Soto, DeGrazia, and Austin Gurney due up here in the top of the first inning for the Miller Express. First base coach Mike Gonzalez making the trot down to the coach's box. Thomas Soto, a slow start to the year, hitting .214. He's 3 hits and 14 trips, scored a couple of runs and has an RBI. First pitch for Middleton is outside for ball 1. That fastball just misses outside. Soto, he's right on top of you. Thomas Soto from Round Rock, Texas. That fastball catches the outside edge. Called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Thomas Soto's 3rd season with the Miller Express. Misses outside. 3-1 the count to the leadoff hitter. Dangerous guy at the plate. Big swing and a miss there. Middleton with the fastball. And that fills the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Thomas Soto. Foul back to the screen. Middleton battling. We'll set the infield for the Beavers while we have a half a second. Luke Malzewski at third base, Zach Tanabe at short, Alex Alva at second, Ian Heck at first. Ball 4 gets away from Rob Gurney. A leadoff walk to start the ball game. That'll bring Tanner DeGrazia to the plate. DeGrazia, 333 average, 3 for 9 so far. Slider outside for ball 1. DeGrazia, 5 runs scored and 3 RBIs. So he's been a big piece of this Miller Express lineup that's averaging over 10 runs a game in their first 3 games, but don't have a win to show for it. Soto goes. First pitch is a strike. Throw down. He's got him. Great throw, Rob Gurney. Caught stealing at second base. 2-6. One and one the count. Nice pitch there. Grab Middleton a slider. DeGrazia checked the swing. Pitched through the zone anyway. And 1-2 is the count. Breaking ball hit hard down the third base line and foul. That'll remain 1-2. Rob Gurney doing his pitcher a solid and throwing out a very good base runner. Throw right where it had to be. Tag applied. Pitch is low for ball 2. Two and two, 1 out here. Top of the first inning. Slider misses outside, and that'll fill the count. Second consecutive full count. Fouled off the foot of DeGrazia. Ouch. Gonna walk that off. Eighth pitch of the at-bat will be coming up. Head coach Eric Marriott in the third base coaching box. Oh, nice. A soft liner. Zach Tanabe lays out and makes the catch, and there's 2 away. And the dangerous Austin Gurney will be the hitter. Austin Gurney, as advertised this year, He's absolutely tearing it up. Fast start to the year. He's hitting .462, 6 for 13, a double, 5 RBIs. He's been walked 4 times and scored 5 times. So the best defense against him is to get him up there with nobody else on as he takes ball 1. And that's hit on the ground to third. Picked up by Molzewski. Good throw over to Ian Heck in time. And Austin Gurney is retired 5-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left. And after half an inning, we are scoreless. And the Beavers will be at the plate when we return with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball here on FloCollege. Welcome back to Tom Lang Park on a breezy afternoon. Rodolfo Guardiola taking his warm-up tosses as he gets ready for his second action of the season. Guardiola has pitched in 1 game. He pitched an inning and gave up 2 runs, both of them earned in that inning on 3 hits. And he did not walk anyone and did have a strikeout. So an ERA of 18. And the starting lineup that he will face consists of the left fielder, Ryan Dauphiny, the second baseman, Alex Alva, and Noah Brooks, the right fielder. A familiar walk-up music for the 4th-year Beaver, Ryan Dauphiny. Career hits leader for the franchise. First pitch from Guardiola is low for ball 1. Dauphiny 2 for 6 in last night's game up in Moose Jaw. In his career, 159 hits, looking for number 160. And that's a ground ball up the middle, picked up there by Wallachek over to 1 in time. Nice defensive play there by Ben Wallachek, the second baseman, as he steals a hit from Ryan Dauphiny. And Alex Alva will be the hitter. Three doubles in last night's contest for the Littleton, Colorado native. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Alva was busy at second base last night, defensively as well. Loads of balls hit his way. Not so many at Zach Tanabe, but the same middle infield tonight. Swing and a miss. Quickly, Guardiola is ahead. 0-2. 1 out. Noah Brooks is in the on-deck circle. And that's tapped over the pitcher's mound. Picked up by Wallachek. Just in time, he nips the speedy Alex Alva at first place. So a pair of good defensive plays by Ben Wallachek at second base for the Miller Express. And Noah Brooks is the hitter. Takes ball one. In last night's game, Noah Brooks 2 for 5, an RBI, and a couple of runs scored, raising his average to 333 on the year. That catches the inside edge. Called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. First baseman Ian Hack is on deck for the Beavers. Fouled off. 1-2 the count. Pitch gets away from Guardiola. And that'll even the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled back to the screen. The count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Guardiola is from Laredo, Texas. Inside, full count. And pitch number 7 of the at-bat. Guardiola attends Texas A&M International University. He's a sophomore there. And that's ripped down the left field line. Fair ball, extra bases in the corner for Noah Brooks. He rounds 1. And he's going to be in second with a 2-out stand-up double. And that'll bring Ian Heck to the plate. Noah Brooks had a double in last night's contest. Ian last night, 1 for 4 with a home run, a couple of RBIs, also drew a base on balls. Zach Tanabe on deck. First pitch sails inside for ball 1. And I saw Ian's batting practice last night, and he was tearing the ball up. So with a little wind help, all he's going to do is hang one up there. Might go off the curling rink. Goes the other way, and that's going to be extra bases. Into the corner. Heck rounds 1. Brooks is going to score. Actually, they hold Ian Heck. An RBI single for Ian Heck, and the Beavers are on the board. Ian Heck heating up. And Zach Tanabe will be the hitter. Beavers lead 1-0 here. Bottom of the first inning. Great night for Zach Tanabe at the plate last night. Breaking ball, taken for strike 1. Zach was 2 for 3 with 3 bases on balls and scored 4 times. It's a good night at the office. One and one the count. Guardiola sets, checks the runner, deals, breaking ball. Called a strike on the inside edge. Trevor Dale is in the on-deck circle. That fastball tails inside. The wind may be pushing it a little bit. It's gusting stronger than what the Weather Channel said. I'm going to tell you what. That is not 21 miles an hour. That's much more. Oh, yeah, it's been stronger than what my weather report said all the game. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout for Guardiola. Beavers do score a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. After 1 complete, the Beavers lead the Miller Express 1-0, and we'll return with more Weyburn Beaver baseball presented by Coast Hotels here on FloCollege. Graham Middleton taking his last warm-up toss as Rob Gurney throws down. Already has a runner thrown out stealing in Thomas Soto in the first inning. Jackson Yeager is the hitter, and he had a day for the Miller Express. 5 for 5 with 7 RBI and a hit by pitch, and scored 4 times. Pretty strong day at the office. Swing and a miss at that offering from Graham Middleton. 0-1 the count. Middleton bounces one for ball 1. 1-1. Wind's getting stronger and stronger, so I'm sure your camera shake is getting stronger and stronger at home as well. I think until the camera, my producer, Lisa Preddy, has indicated that we're going to stay with the home plate view primarily while the camera shake is in place in these strong winds. Inside, ball 2. So our apologies for that, but not much we can do about Mother Nature. 3 balls and 1 strike the count. Big swing and a miss there by Yeager. Full count. Graham Middleton's gone full to 3 of 4 hitters so far. Fouled back. And that's ripped to left field. Knocked down there by Ryan Dauphiny, and a single for Jackson Yeager. 6 for 6 in his last 6 official at-bats. William Edwards shows bunt. Takes for ball one. Squares again. Takes strike one. Another strike called. Takes the bunt out of play. Edwards does not execute the bunt attempts. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball fell back to the screen. Still 1-2. And that's hit in the air behind third base. Back goes Malzewski, and he tracks it down. Nice play, Luke Malzewski, over the shoulder catch. Wynn carrying that away from him, and he ran it down. A very nice defensive play there. And that'll bring Gustavo Soto to the plate, the Moose Jaw catcher. Soto came into play first base in the 9th inning last night. Did not have an at-bat. On the year, 1 for 4. 250 average with an RBI. Starts out with a 1-0 count. Jackson Yeager, the runner at first base. William Edwards unable to move him to second base into scoring position. Foul tip at the plate. One ball and 1 strike the count. That Sales gets away from Gurney, and that'll advance the runner. That pitch was pretty high. I think that's going to be scored a wild pitch. Gurney had to come directly out of his stance, arm fully extended. It hit off of his glove. That's hit the other way over first base, and that's going to drop. Soto, the runner is waved. The throw is up the line. Nice effort by Gurney to keep that in play and throw back. Oh, he came off the bag, but Chadwick missed it. Soto was back, came off the bag. But from the angle Brent Chadwick was at, could not see it. Miller Express score on an RBI single by Gustavo Soto, and that'll bring Andrew Nieves to the plate. He takes strike 1. Nieves not in last night's contest. 2 for 9 on the season, 222 average. Swing and a miss. 0-2. pickoff move. Gustavo Soto is back. Opposite field RBI single for Soto has him at first base with one out here in the top of the second. The score is tied, 1-1. A pitch misses. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout for Graham Middleton. Two outs. Adrian Vivo, the hitter, fouls off the first pitch. Vivo on the ear, still looking for his first hit. Oh for 3 in last night's contest while getting the start at third base. He's there again today. Takes strike 2. Fouled off, stays alive. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, top of the second. Middleton, curveball stays high out of the zone. One and 2 the count. Fastball is low. Good idea. Low in the zone, trying to get him to chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fouled off. Vivo stays alive. Adrian Vivo from Miami, Florida. And a curveball is popped up behind home plate. Rob Gurney back, and it is out of play. Still 2 and 2. That's hit foul down the third base line. This will be the 9th pitch of this at-bat. That's hit on the ground, foul. Past the reach of Luke Malzewski at third base. That gets away from Gurney, finds it, squeezes it. Ball in the dirt, wild pitch. Rob Gurney prevented it from going to the screen and then couldn't find it. Runner is now in scoring position, Gustavo Soto. Full count, 2 outs. Fouled off again. Heck of an at-bat by Adrian Vivo. That looked like strike 3 at a base on balls. Middleton wanted that one. Mound visit by Cam Williams. Zeke Fair going out to shut it down. Adrian Vivo still looking for his first hit of the season. And Ben Wallachek will be the hitter. 1 for 3 last night in the contest. A couple of runs scored and walked a couple of times. Middleton delivers a strike. Taken by Wallachek. Curveball. He was going to call it a strike, and then he stopped. It's 1-1. Looked like pretty good location. That curveball is high. 2 balls and 1 strike. On the year, Wallachek 2 for 7. Has a double, and he's been walked 5 times. That fastball was close on the inside edge. Ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike. Activity down in the Beaver pen. Left-hander. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks. And the bases are loaded. Top of the order, Thomas Soto is the hitter with the bases loaded and 2 out. Fouls that first pitch from Middleton off. 1 strike the count. Jackson Yeager, the runner at third. Actually, no, sorry, he scored. Gustavo Soto is at third base. Adrian Vivo at second, and Ben Wallachek at first base. Nice fastball there. Graham Middleton has been getting ahead in counts. Looking for that finishing move right here. And that's hit foul towards the Moose Jaw dugout. Still 0-2. Miller Express with an opportunity to take an early lead here. Game tied at 1. That's fouled out of play. And that's hit on the ground to third, fielded by Malzewski, over to first in time. Middleton gets out of the jam. 5-3, the putout on the ground ball. The Miller Express score a run on 2 hits. There were no Weyburn errors, and 3 runners left on base, 2 of them in scoring position. After 1.5, we're tied at 1 here at Tom Lang Park, and we'll be back when Trevor Dale will lead things off for the hometown Beavers on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. We're back here at Tom Lang Park in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. Rodolfo Guardiola on the mound to work the bottom of the second inning in this tie ball game. 1 apiece is the score. For the Beavers, it'll be Trevor Dale, Chet McDaniel, and Rob Gurney. Trevor Dale, what a game last night he had. 3 for 5, and he had a pair of home runs and a double. 5 RBIs, was walked once, and scored 4 runs. And Trevor Dale takes ball 1. Trevor from the Salt Lake City area in Utah. Hits that in the air to left. Andrew Nieves under it, and he makes the catch. 1-0. Dale just missing. Trying to hang one in the breeze, but just under it. That'll bring Chet McDaniel to the plate. Takes ball 1. In last night's game, Tyron Dorrance was hit by a pitch on the leg, and some defensive adjustments came later in the game. Swing and a miss there. So McDaniel, who didn't start, entered the game and had an at-bat. Did not get a hit last night. That's hit on the ground to Wallachek. Wallachek on to Gurney at first in time. 2 away. And Rob Gurney will be the hitter. Rob with a night off last night. Bryker Smith handling the catching duties last night. 1 for 7 early in the year. Fouls the first offering from Guardiola back. Nothing in one, the count. And that hits him. Rob Gurney aboard with 2 out. And that'll bring Luke Malzewski to the plate. Oh, Rob Gurney wears 1. And Luke Malzewski still looking for his first hit, but made good contact last night after he entered the game. Takes strike 1. Oh for 1 last night, Luke. Just that one gave that ball a strong ride out to center field. The utility man starting today at third base. Breaking ball high in the zone. Called strike 2. 1 and 2, 2 outs. Top of the order, Ryan Dauphney in the on-deck circle. Fastball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. That's fouled off. Thought it might have had a chance to catch him in the foot, but Luke not limping. Good news. In the dirt. Blocked there by Gustavo Soto. That keeps Rob Gurney at first base, and the count goes full. Gurney will be on the move. Not holding him on. Big jump. There goes Gurney. Fouled off. Rob Gurney returns to first base, and we'll do the payoff pitch all over again here. There goes Gurney, and that's hit on the ground. Sunday hop there for Wallachek. Flips to Gurney at first. Austin Gurney in time. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 2 complete, we're tied at 1 here at Tom Lang Park, and we'll return with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. New pitcher for the Beavers, the left-hander, Josiah Mendoza. So Graham Middleton goes 2 innings. Struggled to throw strikes. I don't know if the wind was bothering the pitches or what the case was, but this is the second appearance of the season for Josiah Mendoza. In his first appearance, 2/3 of an inning, allowed a hit, walked one, struck out one, and that one hit was a double. Had a couple of runners aboard in scoring position on second, third, but Josiah able to pitch himself out of that jam, so he has a 0 ERA early in this 2025 WCBL season as Rob Gurney throws down to second, and we're ready to get the third inning underway. And to face Josiah Mendoza, it'll be right fielder Tanner DeGracia, first baseman Austin Gurney, and DH Jackson Yeager. Curveball bounces. Ball one to DeGracia. Nice to see some left-handed arms in the bullpen for the Beavers this year. Fastball fouled off. 1-1 the count. DH Trevor Dale retrieves the foul ball. Fouled into the Beaver dugout. Assistant coach Luke Semp taking inventory there, see how everybody is. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to DeGracia. Mendoza breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, top of the third. Breaking ball bounces, full count. Early on, Mendoza having a little trouble spotting the breaking ball. We'll see if we can get that dialed in. Payoff pitch. Fastball sails high, and the leadoff man is aboard with a walk for the second time in the ball game. 4th walk issued by Beaver pitching. Graham Middleton, 2 innings, 1 run earned, 2 base hits, and 3 bases on balls, and that pitch way outside. Good job by Rob Gurney to scoop that and keep DeGracia at first base, ball 1. Gurney fouls that fastball over towards the corrals. Weyburn Rodeo takes place next week, so some work going on there to get those grounds ready. Pitch behind Austin Gurney, and it hit him. Two on, nobody out. We're back to multiple cameras. Wind is down a little from what it was. Big swing and a miss there by Yeager. He's got some power. Singled and scored in the second in his first trip. Fastball sails high. 1 ball and 1 strike. No activity in the pen. And that's hit over top of Zach Tanabe and drops. Picked up there by McDaniel. He'll come into second base. And the run will score. RBI single for Jackson Yeager, and he is on an absolute tear. Two-1, Miller Express lead. Runners on first and second with nobody out. And William Edwards will be the hitter. He drives one to deep left field, and that's out of here. Dauphiny watches that. That's a 3-run home run for William Edwards. That's going to get something moving in the pen. "5-1, Miller Express lead. Four runs across, nobody out. Gustavo Soto, the hitter. And that hits him. I'm looking to see some activity in the pen here. I see some bodies starting to move around. No visit yet to buy some time. Well, there's a visit. Rob Gurney goes out. This year in the WCBL, that counts as a mound visit. So you might as well take your time, Rob, and wait till he comes and gets you. And Zeke Fair on his way out. Riker Smith, the reserve catcher, heading down. "5-1 Moose Jaw lead. Four runs across, base on balls, a hit by pitch, an RBI single, a 3-run home run, and a hit by pitch. And Andrew Nieves takes ball one. He struck out versus Graham Middleton in his first plate appearance. Fastball sails high for ball two. Pitch on the inside edge fouled away by Nieves. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. That's in the dirt. Gets by Gurney. Soto around second. He'll stop there. Wild pitch. A right-hander moving down there. I've got the screen doubled up. I can't really see who it is. And that's high, ball 4. Second base on balls of the inning. And there comes Cam Williams. So second visit, but this is the first, the first one relative to having to pull him, but they visit by Gurney earlier. So 2 out of 5 used up here. Top of the third inning. Runners return. Gustavo Soto, the runner at second. Andrew Nieves at first base. And Adrian Vivo will be the hitter. Bunt attempt, fouled into the screen. Showing bunt, gets it down. Gurney picks it up onto first for the first out, advances the runners. So a sacrifice bunt there for Adrian Vivo. Still no official at-bats for him today, but gets the job done. 2-3 the put out. 2-4 rather. Alex Alva covering with Ian Heck charging. First pitch to Ben Wallachek is high for ball one. He walked his last time up. A very selective hitter is the speedy Ben Wallachek. Fouled over towards the dugout. 1-1 the count. Isaiah Granado warming in the pen for the Beavers. Good fastball on the inside edge from Josiah Mendoza. Taken for strike two. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Infield in to cut the runner off. Fastball outside. 2-2. Wallachek lean, pitch was low, and the count is full. Wind a little more steady now, starting to cloud over. Outside ball 4. Bases loaded, 1 out. Granado ready, the signal from the pen. Mendoza deals. Ball 1. Thomas Soto at the plate. He walked and grounded to third, was caught stealing after that walk as well. Catches the outside edge for strike 1. 0-1 on the day, Thomas Soto. Infield. Corner infielders are in. Middle infielders at double play depth. The outfield, Ryan Dauphiny in left. Chet McDaniel in center. Noah Brooks in right. One and two. Trying to catch the back door with a breaking ball, and it misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. And it hits him. And Cam Williams going to get him. 5 runs across for the Miller Express. Only 1 out. (6-1) the Miller Express lead, and Isaiah Granado will enter the game. And we'll take a short break and return with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball right after this here on FloCollege. Isaiah Granado enters the game, number 16. He's from Pico Rivera, California. Is a freshman at Whitman College. Second appearance of the season for Isaiah Granado. He went an inning and a third and struck out 1 in his first outing. That was in the 9-0 home opener win versus the Saskatchewan Berries. Andrew Nieves will be the runner at third base. Ben Wallachek, the runner at second, and Thomas Soto at first. As Tanner DeGracia is the 10th batter of the inning for the Miller Express. Beavers desperately looking for a double play ball. Ball 1. Josiah Mendoza just unable to find the strike zone consistently today. Swing and a miss. Good curveball there by Isaiah Granado. 1-1 the count. Curveball there on the outside edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tanner DeGracia lined out to the shortstop, Zach Tanabe, in the first. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second out of the inning. And Austin Gurney comes to the plate in a high leverage situation. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 6-1 lead for the Moose Jaw Miller Express, looking for their first win of the season. Low, blocked by Rob Gurney. Ball 1. Austin Gurney grounded to third in the first, was hit by pitch and scored earlier in the third inning. His third plate appearance. Curveball, strike 1. Granado. So far, showing good control of the strike zone. Fouled back to the screen. 1-2 the count. Two outs. Top of the third. Good pitch there by Granado. Taken on the outside edge. Rings him up. 2 strikeouts for Granado as he comes in and puts out the fire. But a lot of damage done in the inning. The Miller Express score 5 runs on only 2 hits. There were no Weyburn errors and 3 runners were left on base, 2 of them in scoring position. After 2.5, the Moose Jaw Miller Express 6, the Weyburn Beavers 1. And we'll return with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. Top of the order for the Beavers in the bottom of the third inning as they trail 6-1. And Ryan Dauphiny will be the hitter. He grounded to second base. A couple of smooth plays by Ben Wallachek back in the first inning. The first one on Dauphiny. Dauphiny takes strike 1 on the inside edge. Alex Alva in the on-deck circle, and Noah Brooks also due up to face Rodolfo Guardiola. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. That's fouled. Out of play. One and two. Ryan Dauphiny from Surrey, BC. Swing at one in the dirt. Soto picks it up on to first. 1 away. Strikeout and 2-3 on the putout. Second strikeout for Guardiola in the game. And Alex Alva will be the hitter. Alex from Littleton, Colorado, a senior at the University of Jamestown in Jamestown, North Dakota, and he takes ball 1. Three doubles last night for Alva. I was wondering if he was going to tie his Jamestown teammate with 4 doubles in a game, a team record. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 1. A swing and a miss. Looked like a straight change there. One and two. Noah Brooks on deck. Swing and a miss. Alva drops the bat. He strikes him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Guardiola. Noah Brooks will be the hitter. Takes inside for ball one. Noah doubled and scored in the first. He's 1 for 1. Well, back to the screen. Does not get cheated on his cuts. One ball and one strike. Fouled off again. Guardiola settled down. In the first inning, he got the first two, Dauphiny and Alva, to ground out to second. Then a double and a single by Ian Hack produced the first Beaver run. Struck out Tanabe to get out of that. Hit Rob Gurney in the second. And then back-to-back strikeouts to start the bottom of the third here. 2-2 count with 2 out to Noah Brooks. A swing and a miss at a curveball, and he struck him out. Guardiola strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 3 complete, the Miller Express 6, the Beavers 1. We'll be right back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. Isaiah Granado back on the mound as he returns after putting out the fire there in the third inning. Came in a bases loaded situation and struck out a pair. The 2 and 3 hitters, DeGracia and Gurney. And he'll see if he can be the first Beaver pitcher to get Jackson Yeager out. 5 for 5 last night, 2 for 2 today. A pair of singles, an RBI, and a pair of runs scored for the cleanup hitting DH. Granado deals strike 1. Fastball down the middle. An off-speed pitch there. A swing and a miss by Yeager. A curveball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 straight strikeouts for Isaiah Granado. That'll bring William Edwards to the plate, the center fielder. He had a 3-run home run his last at-bat in the third inning. takes strike one. He also hit a ball over third base that Luke Malzewski did a great job at tracking down an over-the-shoulder catch. He's 1 for 2, is William Edwards. Ground ball to Zach Tanabe. He picks it up over to Ian Heck in the dirt and gets by Heck. Edwards is aboard on an error. Throw was low, so that'll be charged to Zach Tanabe. Now 1 out here in the top of the 4th. And a runner aboard for Gustavo Soto. He's 1 for 1. Had an RBI single in the second. Plated the first Moose Jaw run. Soto takes strike one. And Soto was hit by pitch and scored in that 5-run third inning for the Miller Express. Curveball, stealing. Gurney throws down. It gets into center field. Stolen base. Throw sailed. Edwards unable to advance. One for 2 in steals today, the Miller Express. One and one the count to Gustavo Soto. Slider catches the outside edge. One ball and 2 strikes. Moose Jaw aggressively running out of the double play possibility. Fouled out of play. Count holds at 1 and 2. Andrew Nieves is in the on-deck circle for the Miller Express. They sent 11 to the plate in the third inning. Fastball sails high. That'll even the count at 2 and 2. It's the first time since he entered the game that Isaiah Granado has gone 2 balls on a hitter. And that's hit in the air to left. Back goes Dauphiny at the track, and he makes the catch. No tag from Edwards. A long out. Good work by Ryan Dauphiny, getting back, finding the wall, finding the ball, and making the catch. William Edwards at second base. The curveball to Andrew Nieves is taken for strike one. Nieves 0 for 1, struck out in the second, walked in the third, was stranded at third base when Isaiah Granado entered the game. It sails. 1 and 1 the count. 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. 6-1 Miller Express lead. A fastball looped over into left field, gets by Dauphiny, and that's going to score Edwards. Nieves stays on second base. I think that's got to be a single and an error. And it is. 7-1 Miller Express lead. I don't think William Edwards would have scored if Dauphiny had fielded the ball cleanly. Ball 1 to Adrian Vivo. Vivo, no official at-bats in the game. He walked in the second on an 11-pitch at-bat. Takes strike 1, 1-1. A sacrifice bunt to move the runners around in the third inning. Slider. That finds the zone. Taken for strike 2. 1-2. So opposite field single for Nieves. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string and struck him out. 4 strikeouts for Isaiah Granado. The Miller Express do score a run on 1 hit. There was a Weyburn error, and there was a runner left on base in scoring position. After 3.5, the Miller Express 7, the Beavers 1. And we'll return with the bottom of the 4th inning with Coast Hotels, Weyburn Beaver Baseball. You're watching FloCollege. Rodolfo Guardiola on the mound. And in the bottom of the 4th inning, he will face Ian Heck, Zach Tanabe, and Trevor Dale. Guardiola struck out the side in the 3rd. Beavers looking to get something going offensively here. Isaiah Granado has done a pretty good job coming in and, stranding the bases fuller. This really could have got out of hand. First pitch to Ian Heck is a ball. Checks his swing, did not go. The appeal to first baseman Brent Chadwick. The barrel did not come around. Curveball high. 3-0. Did not go to 2 balls on a batter in the 1-2-3 third inning. Ian Heck takes strike 1. Zach Tanabe waits his turn in the on-deck circle. Tailing fastball. Just catches the inside edge. Full count. And that's hit the other way. Right fielder is under it. Tanner DeGracia, 1 out. Zach Tanabe is the hitter as he steps into the batter's box. 0 for 1 today. Pitches inside for ball 1. Tanabe struck out down the bottom of the 1st inning. Ball 2. Gustavo Soto held it there outside the plate. Trying, hoping for a call. Rule that was a swing. Zach Tanabe unable to hold it up. And there, a ground ball up the middle and through past Thomas Soto at short. Base hit, Zach Tanabe. And the Beavers have a base runner. Trevor Dale, the hitter. Trevor was clutch last night. Beavers need to get something sustained going on offense, and a great time for Trevor Dale to keep this going. And he taps that down the third baseline, scooped up there and over to first in time as Adrian Vivo makes the play to Austin Gurney for the second out, 5-3. Zach Tanabe advances to second base. So a runner in scoring position for center fielder Chet McDaniel. Breaking ball catches the inside edge for strike one to McDaniel. He grounded to second baseman Wallachek in the second inning, 0-for-1. Inside in the dirt, Tanabe is going to go down to third base, and the throw is in time, and I don't think it was. I don't think so. So a caught stealing, I guess, for the third out. 2-5. And Chet McDaniel will lead off the fifth. No runs on one hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. After 4 complete, the Moose Jaw Miller Express 7, the Weyburn Beavers 1. You're watching Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. Top of the fifth inning, Isaiah Granado still on the bump for the Beavers. And he'll face the number 9 hitter Ben Wallachek on the top of the order, Thomas Soto and Tanner DeGracia. Ben Wallachek checks in. He's walked twice today, 0-for-0. Breaking ball from Ganado misses, ball 1. See, the story of the day was too many free ones. Bases on balls and hit by pitches. At breaking ball catches. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball right at the knees. Ben Wallachek knew it. One and two the count. 2 off days for the Beavers. No activity in the pen with Granado cruising. Just off the plate outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Granado tries to get Wallachek chasing. Really disciplined and patient hitter is Ben Wallachek. And that's popped up behind home plate. Rob Gurney finds it. 1 out. Thomas Soto will be the hitter. 0 for 1 on the day. He walked and was caught stealing in the first. Grounded out to third in the second inning and was hit by pitch in the third. Fastball off the outside black. Ball 1. Potential for some rain showers. Isaiah Granado, 32 pitches, 23 for strikes, showing good command. But misses high there for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. 1 out here. Top of the 5th inning, nobody aboard. Thomas Soto, the veteran, the hitter. Curveball misses inside. 3-1. The first time for Granado that he has had a 3-ball count of any kind to a hitter in this appearance. And that's a ground ball. Malzewski charges on to Ian Heck. Good throw there. 5-3. Tanner DeGrazia is the hitter. DeGrazia 0 for 2. Lined out to Zach Tanabe in the first. Walked and scored in the third. And was a strikeout victim also in the third. Takes a breaking ball. Strike 1. Activity in the Moose Jaw pen. And that will be number 24. Christian Garcia. That was close and just missed. The fans campaigning for a call and won't get one. Ground ball to Malzewski. He picks it up over to Ian Heck in time. 3 up, 3 down inning for Isaiah Granado. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th and more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball when we return here on FloCollege. Well, I'm going to do the 4th inning line score now. After 4, the Miller Express 7 runs on 5 hits, no errors. The Beavers 1 run on 3 hits and 2 errors. Rodolfo Guardiola going to try to get him through the 5th inning to get him a potential win. Standing in his way will be Chet McDaniels, Rob Gurney, and Luke Malzewski. Malzewski has had a solid defensive game at third base today. Chet McDaniel from Lewisburg, Mississippi, a senior at Central Baptist College in Conway, Arkansas. Chet takes ball 1. Grounded out to second in his last trip in the 2nd inning. Swing and a miss there. Pitch looked to be low out of the zone. Guardiola sets and delivers on the outside edge, taken for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Catcher Rob Gurney in the on-deck circle. Ground ball up the middle, picked up there by Wallachek, on to first in time. And Chet McDaniel is retired 4-3 for the 2nd time in the ball game. They hit that off the fist. Still no action in the Beavers bullpen. So Isaiah Granado is going to get stretched out here a little bit with a couple of days off. So first pitch, a slider taken for a strike by Rob Gurney. He was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. Inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rob, a patient hitter. That's outside and low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Takes hard swings. Fairly disciplined at the plate. Will take a walk. Will wear one. Swing and a miss. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Luke Malzewski in the on-deck circle. Fastball. Outside, full count. Payoff pitch coming. Guardiola, 68 pitches, 42 for strikes. Ball 4. That is the first base on balls issued by Rodolfo Guardiola, and that'll bring a visit from head coach Eric Marriott. And we'll take a real short break here on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. You are? You are? And we're back. Luke Malzewski will come to the plate. He grounded out to second baseman Ben Wallachek in his first appearance in the second inning. Wallachek's been busy over there. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Rob Gurney, the runner on first base, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth inning, top of the order, and Ryan Dauphiny in the on-deck circle. That misses inside for ball one. One ball and one strike. 1 out. Breaking ball. Catches the outside corner for strike two. One and two to Whitman College's Luke Milzewski. He takes ball two. Good eye there. Luke from Seattle, Washington. Ground ball up the middle. Wallachek picks it up, flips to second for one. Really smooth fielding play there as he robs Luke Milzewski of his first WCBL base hit. 6-4. Reaches on a fielder's choice, and that's going to be it for Rodolfo Guardiola. He's going to leave the game short of the innings required to get the win here today, so that's too bad for him. Needs to get 5, and it will be Garcia from Chandler, Arizona, suburban Phoenix, is a sophomore at College of the Desert. One of 2 College of the Desert pitchers on the Miller Express roster. And Ryan Dauphiny, he'll check in and try to keep something going here in the bottom of 5th against the new pitcher, Garcia, sidearm righty. Dauphiny takes strike one. Alex Alva on deck. Fouled to the screen. Picked up there by Luke Semft at first base. And Garcia way ahead, 0-2. Defensive swing by Dauphiny there, stays alive. Live to see another pitch. Austin Gurney holding Malzewski on. Pitch is outside and almost gets away. Great job by Gustavo Soto to pounce and smother that. One ball and 2 strikes the count. And that's hit up the middle. That's a base hit. Malzewski stops at second base. 2 aboard. And Ryan Dauphiny has his first hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 3. And Alex Alva will be the hitter. Alex 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded to second in the first and struck out in the third inning. Got a runner in scoring position here with 2 out and rips that foul down the right field line. Strike 1. Noah Brooks waiting for a chance to plate a couple here after Alex Alva does his job. And that's hit deep to center field. And it's down. And Alva, extra bases. That's going to plate a couple. 2-run double. Alex Alva! Luke Malzewski scores his first run as a Beaver. Dauphiny scores 7-3. Miller Express lead. Noah Brooks with a chance to add another one. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a double. Garcia pitches low. Gustavo Soto doing a fine job behind the plate. Smothering some not so good pitches from Christian Garcia. That pitch at the knees taken for strike 1. One and 1, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Curveball misses outside. A lot of movement with that sidearm delivery. Two balls, 1 strike. Fouled back out of play over the screen. 2-2 the count to Noah Brooks. 2 outs. Ian Heck in the on-deck circle. Alex Alva 4 doubles in the last 2 days. He's at second base, and he goes hit and run on, popped up, out of play. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Head coach Cam Williams, the coach at third base. Luke Semp down at first for the Beavers. Christian Garcia checks Alex Alva. Oh, drilled foul. Brooks really got around on that. The more pitches he sees, the more dialed in he's going to be to that arm slot. And he hits him. So 2 runners aboard with 2 out here for Ian Hack. A real chance here for Ian Hack to put a dent in that Miller Express lead. 18 home runs on the season for Ian Hack with the York University Panthers in York, Nebraska. Homered last night in Moose Jaw. Big cut there, strike 1. Alex Alva, the runner at second base. Noah Brooks on first. Got Zach Tanabe in the on-deck circle. Alva goes in and hits Ian Hack. Bases loaded. Back-to-back hit batsman, and I think that's going to get something shaken in the Moose Jaw pen. Somebody's starting to move around down there a little bit. And Zach Tanabe comes to the plate. He singled in the 4th inning in his last plate appearance. He's 1 for 2. Fastball catches the inside edge for strike 1. Two-out rally here for the Beavers. And that's hit to the gap by Tanabe. Over goes the center fielder and makes the catch. Zach Tanabe put a charge into that one. William Edwards in the vicinity makes the catch and snuffs out the rally. The Beavers get a couple of runs on a couple of hits. There were no errors and 3 big base runners left on base. After 5 complete, the Moose Jaw Miller Express 7, the Weyburn Beavers 3, and we'll take a break and return with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. Isaiah Granado back out on the mound here as we go to the top of the 6th inning. He's pitched 2 2/3 so far today. 39 pitches, 27 of them for strikes. He has not allowed a run. And he prevented further damage in that 5-run 3rd inning. A good outing today for Isaiah. And it'll be interesting to see how he responds after a half inning where the Beavers sent 8 batters to the plate, so a bit of an extended rest for Isaiah. And a dangerous hitter to lead things off for the Miller Express. It'll be Austin Gurney, followed by another dangerous one in Jackson Yeager, and another dangerous one in William Edwards. First pitch from Granado just misses. Ball one. Austin Gurney 0 for 2 today. Was hit by pitch and scored in the third. So both Gurneys hit by pitch today. I got a feeling that's happened before. Three and 0. So say hi to Hugh and Marnie Gurney. Watching the boys from Campbell River, BC today. 4-pitch walk to lead off the 6th inning. Austin Gurney aboard. First walk of the season issued by Isaiah Granado. Breaking ball fouled away for strike one. Nothing and won the count. Jackson Yeager, 2 for 3 on the day, struck out against Isaiah Granado his last at-bat. Outside in the dirt, smothered by Rob Gurney, 1 and 1. Austin Gurney, the runner at first base. Jackson Yeager, the DH at the plate. William Edwards, the center fielder, on deck. Little reminder to Austin Gurney that Isaiah Granado is paying attention. A light toss over. One ball, one count. 1 ball, 1 strike still the count. Fastball zipped in there by Granado, taken for strike 2 by Yeager. Nobody out, top of the 6th inning. Beavers down by 4. Fastball hit towards, looks like that might have hit Logan Kinter in the dugout. Sunglasses, hard to tell. Everybody's fine. Still 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Granado with his 5th strikeout of the game. A really solid outing once again for Isaiah Granado. William Edwards will be the hitter. After base hits in 7 consecutive official at-bats, back-to-back strikeouts against Isaiah Granado. And William Edwards fouls the first pitch out of play. 1 strike the count to him. Beavers looking for a ground ball to get out of this and get back on the sticks again. Outside, ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Check swing. Actually, Zeke Fair ruled it hit the zone, so that's called strike. I do believe he held. 1 and 2. Runner goes. Austin Gurney steals second base, and William Edwards strikes out. So no strike him out, throw him out. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs, 6 strikeouts on the day for Isaiah Granado. And Gustavo Soto will be the hitter. Soto, 1 for 2. Hits that to Luke Malczewski. Over to Ian Heck in time. And after the leadoff walk, Austin Gurney is stranded at second base. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left and in scoring position. After 5.5, Moose Jaw 7, Weyburn 3. The bottom of the 6th up next when we return here on Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. Trevor Dale leads things off here for the Beavers in the bottom of the 6th inning. And he'll be followed by Rob Gurney and Luke Malczewski, the bottom third of the order. First pitch is fouled off by Dale for strike 1. 0 for 2 so far today for the designated hitter. Ground ball to short, picked up by Soto, in the dirt to Gurney, and that gets by, bounces almost all the way back. Dale alertly scampers back. So he reaches on an error by shortstop Thomas Soto to lead things off. Sorry, I misspoke. It's Chet McDaniel and then Rob Gurney, and then Luke Malczewski. So at this point, be the 4 of them. Chet Daniel, 0 for 2. He's grounded to second twice. Great defensive game at second by Ben Wallachek of the Miller Express. Garcia misses outside, ball 1. Rob Gurney now in the on-deck circle. Logan Kinter is warming in the Beaver pen, and that's chopped to third base. Over to second for 1, over to first. Nope. Wallachek squeezes it. Had no chance to get McDaniel. McDaniel reaches on a fielder's choice. And Trevor Dale is retired 5-4 for the first out at second. That'll bring Rob Gurney to the plate. Beavers still trail by 4. Chet McDaniel, good speed at first base. But down 4, the Beavers need base runners. And Rob Gurney hit by pitch again. Rob's been aboard all 3 times. A hit by pitch in the second, a walk in the 5th, and another hit by pitch here in the 6th inning. And Luke Malzewski with a pair aboard. Chet McDaniel at second. Rob Gurney at first. First pitch misses inside from Christian Garcia, ball 1. Luke Malzewski reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th and scored the second Beaver run of the day. Foul tip squeezed by Gustavo Soto. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Still looking for his first WCBL hit. Be a great time to get it. Slaps that the other way and tailing foul down the right field line. Ryan Dauphiny in the on-deck circle. Bottom of the 6th inning, 1 out. Beavers trail by 4, 7-3, the Millers lead. And that's hit on the ground to short. Soto charges it, bobbles it, another error. 2 errors in the inning. So Malzewski gets the ball in play and good things happen. And the tying run is at the plate with 1 out in the form of the leadoff hitter, Ryan Dauphiny. With 2 errors in the inning, charged to normally reliable Moose Jaw shortstop Thomas Soto. The Round Rock, Texas product. And Ryan Dauphiny from Surrey, BC checks in. Big cut there. Dauphiny trying to tie it with 1 swing of the bat. Checks the swing, does not go. Pitch is outside for ball 1. Ryan 1 for 3 on the day. Singleton scored in his last at-bat. Hits that in the air to center. It's caught there by William Edwards, and that is still going to score Chet McDaniel. A sac fly for Ryan Dauphiny. And an RBI. So Dauphiny gets the Beavers within 3. He's still 1 for 3 on the day with that sac fly. And Alex Alva, who doubled in his last at-bat, with 2 aboard and 2 out. The meat of the Beaver order coming up. Once Alex Alva gets the job done, it'll be Noah Brooks, and he hits that hard. Gurney picks it up, and no cover at first. That's an infield single. Oh, Rob Gurney overran third, and he is in a rundown. Back to the catcher. It gets away from Soto, and Rob Gurney is going to score. Well, it was entertaining and not exactly great base running, but Rob Gurney scores, and his teammates trying to console him there. We'll laugh about that later, Rob. It's all good, man. And Noah Brooks will be the hitter as Alex Alva with a sharply hit ball down the right field line, fielded deep by Austin Gurney, and he beats him to the bag for an infield single. And Noah Brooks to the plate with 2 in scoring position. The score is now 7-5 Luke Malzewski, the runner, on third. Alva went to second while the rundown play was going on. And the count to Noah Brooks as he takes that pitch for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Activity down in the pen now for the Miller Express. Garcia misses outside, ball 2. Noah Brooks is 1 for 2 on the day, a double and a run scored, and a hit by pitch. Hits that hard, base hit! That could score a pair. Alva's got speed. He's rounding third. Here comes a throw to the plate. Alva, safe at home! The ball game is tied at 7! Noah Brooks, a clutch 2-run single. Scores Luke Malzewski and Alex Alva. 4 runs across for the Beavers here. Clutch hitting by Alva and Noah Brooks. Ian Heck is the batter. New ball game. Runner goes. Here comes the throw from Soto, and it's wide. Stolen base, Noah Brooks. One ball to count to Ian Heck. Ian, an RBI single in the first. 1 for 2, hit by pitch. Swing and a miss at that slow curveball from Christian Garcia. 1-1. Zach Tanabe in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. And that's popped up to right field. Second baseman Wallachek back, and he makes the catch in short right field. And that'll retire the side, but not before the Beavers score 4 runs on only 1 hit. There were 2 Moose Jaw errors and 1 runner left on base in scoring position. So after 6 complete, we go to the 7th, tied at 7. And it's a new ball game. Logan Kintner will be the new pitcher when we return with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball here on FloCollege. And Logan Kintner, no, not 2 N's, man. Kintner enters the game. Sorry about that, Logan and family. After Isaiah Granado with an outstanding 3 2/3 innings, 53 pitches for Isaiah, 34 of them for strikes, and he holds the Miller Express to no runs to allow the offense to get going and tie this thing at 7. Couple of key errors in the inning by Thomas Soto, the 4-run 6th inning for the Beavers. And Logan Kintner, his 2nd appearance of the year, he pitched an inning against the Regina Red Sox, did give up a run on 1 hit, or 2 hits rather. That run was earned, struck out a couple. Real live fastball, low 90s. And Logan Kintner will face Andrew Nieves Adrian Vivo and Ben Wallachek in the Moose Jaw half of the 7th inning. First pitch inside, ball 1. Kinter from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Pitch high. Ball 2. It's a sophomore at Eastern New Mexico University. Swing and a miss at a slider there. Two balls and 1 strike. Curveball catches the outside edge. Logan Kinter battling back here. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a pop-up behind second base. Alva goes back and can't get it. Soft contact single for Andrew Nieves, and he's aboard. Little Texas leaguer with eyes there, just past the outstretched glove of Alex Alva, the second baseman. That'll bring Adrian Vivo to the plate. Vivo 0 for 1. And he slaps out one the other way, and he is no longer 0 for. His first base hit of the season, the throw comes all the way to third base. Vivo does not advance. Nieves goes to third on the base hit to right. And Adrian Vivo with his first WCBL base hit. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Ben Wallachek to the plate. 0 for 1. He popped up to Rob Gurney, the catcher, in the 5th inning and walked twice. Fastball swung on and missed by Wallachek, strike 1. Corners in. Middle infield, a double play depth. One ball, 1 strike count. Top of the 7th inning. We're tied at 7 here in Weyburn. Wallachek chokes way up on the bat, just trying to make contact. Runner goes. Gurney throws down. It's wide. Alva is able to knock it down. A stolen base for Adrian Vivo, and there's 2 in scoring position. Let's see if the Beavers pull all of the infielders in. The middle stays back. Corners are in. Fastball sails high from Kinter, and a 3-1 count to Ben Wallachek. 3 consecutive balls after a swing and a miss at the first fastball. Ball 4 high. Bases are full. Eight walks on the day by Weyburn pitchers, and Rob Gurney goes out to have a talk to Logan Kinter. So they're going to pull the infield in, and they're going to talk about what they want to do defensively here. In a tie ball game with nobody out. Leadoff hitter Thomas Soto to the plate, coming into a very dangerous third of the order here. Middle infielders stay back, corners in. Corners will be coming home with it. Middle will try to turn a double play. Kintner in the dirt. Blocked by Rob Gurney. Ball 1. 8 bases on balls on the day for Beaver pitching. So, and only one of them by Isaiah Granado. And that's looped in the air. The left field, Ryan Dauphiny in. Runner tags, bluffs. The throw comes through. Nice play, Ryan Dauphiny. Thomas Soto flies out to left field for the first out. And the hitter will be Tanner DeGrazia. DeGrazia is 0 for 3 on the day, but walked and scored in the 5-run third for the Miller Express. Double play ball would be just what the doctor ordered for the Beavers. Swing and a miss. Crisp fastball there from Logan Kinter finds the zone. 0-1 the count. 1 out, top of the 7th. Good block there. Fastball in the dirt. Rob Gurney prevents the runners from advancing and the Miller Express from taking the lead. One ball, one strike, the count. Austin Gurney in the on-deck circle. Check swing. He went. One ball, two strikes, the count. Kinter sets. Oh. Two and two. A swing and a miss. He struck him out. Redemption. Thought he had it on the previous pitch. Blows a fastball by Tanner DeGrazia. And Austin Gurney to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 out. Kinter did what he needed to do. Got a shallow fly ball that could not score a runner and got a strikeout. And that's hit slicing foul with Luke Malzewski in pursuit. Strike one. Austin 0 for 2 today. Grounded to third in the first. Struck out looking in the third. He was hit by pitch and scored in the third. And walked in the sixth. One strike the count. Curveball grounded to Ian Hack. He picks it up, steps on the bag, and a noble tagger generated by Logan Kintner as he loads the bases. And the Miller Express are unable to score. No runs on 2 hits. There were no Weyburn errors, and there were 3 base runners left, 2 of them in scoring position. Great job, Logan Kinter, to get out of that jam. And we're going to take a short break and return with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege.
That is WB2-030-389. If you have the winning ticket, look for Matthew to claim your prize.
New pitcher for the Miller Express is Jordan Bauer. Jordan, a member of the Beavers last season. For the Beavers last year, appeared in 14 games, started 5, pitched 32 and a third innings, gave up 56 hits. He allowed 37 runs, 34 of them earned, had 19 strikeouts versus 11 bases on balls, and had a 9.46 earned run average. Zach Tanabe takes strike one from Jordan Bauer. So far this year, one appearance for Jordan. Foul ball the other way. Evens the or doesn't even the count. It runs the count to 2 strikes. That's tap foul. So in that appearance, Jordan Bauer, an inning and 2/3, gave up 1 hit and 1 run. It was earned, a couple of walks and a strikeout. Trevor Dale in the on-deck circle. Curveball is low for ball 1. Let's say hi to Jordan's parents, Jeff and Teresa, in Torrington, Alberta. Hope you folks are doing well. Low, 2-2. Tanabe, Dale, and Chet McDaniel due up for the Beavers. And that's hit off of the foot of Zach Tanabe. He's walking it off. Tanabe fights off a good pitch by Jordan Bauer there to stay alive. Beavers trailed this one 7-1. Have come all the way back to tie it. Are batting here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Curveball hit on the ground to third. That's picked up, bobbled a little bit over to Gurney in time. Nice solid throw by Adrian Vivo. That gets Zach Tanabe. And Trevor Dale will be the hitter. 0 for 3 today. Reached on an error. Fastball taken by Dale for strike 1. Chet McDaniel on deck. And that's hit in the air to left field. Underneath it there is Andrew Nieves. And that'll retire Trevor Dale for the second out of the inning. Two up, 2 down. And Chet McDaniel will be the hitter. Chet reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 4-run 6th. First pitch to Chet McDaniel is low for ball 1. Rob Gurney in the on-deck circle for the Beavers. That's hit in the air to center field. William Edwards goes back to the track and makes the catch. Chet McDaniel hit one to the warning track, but no damage. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And after 7 complete, we're tied at 7 here at Tom Lang Park, and we'll be back with more Coast Hotels Weyburn Beaver baseball here on FloCollege. And due up will be Jackson Yeager, William Edwards, and Gustavo Soto, rather. Kintner got a ground ball from Austin Gurney to end the inning with the bases loaded. Loaded the bases with nobody out. Produced a fly ball out to Dauphiny, not deep enough to score a runner. Struck one out and then got out of the jam. 2 balls the count to Jackson Yeager. Yeager, 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and 2 strikeouts against Isaiah Granado so far this afternoon. 3 balls the count. Fastball strike on the inside edge. Yeager taking all the way. There's a fastball. Full count. Kintner battling back. Curveball. Oh, just misses. Thought that was in the zone. Base on balls. Another leadoff walk. Ninth base on balls issued by Beaver pitching today. Jackson Yeager aboard at first base for William Edwards. Fastball misses for ball 1. Edwards a 3-run home run back in the 3rd inning, the big knock of the day for the Miller Express. He's 1 for 4. And that's looped behind second baseman Alva back, and he makes the catch. Nice defensive play for Alva in shallow right field. Jackson Yeager retreats to first base, and Gustavo Soto will be the hitter. Soto an RBI single in the 2nd. Hit by pitch and scored in the 3rd. He is 1 for 3. Fouled out of play. Soto flew out to Ryan Doffney in left field in the fourth and grounded to third baseman Luke Malzewski in the sixth. Slider outside, ball one. One ball, one strike. Beavers defense looking for the ground ball here. Kinter one in the dirt, scooped by Rob Gurney. He keeps Jagger at first base. Two balls and one strike the count. One out, top of the eighth inning. Score tied at 7 here in Weyburn. Fastball sails high. 3 balls and one strike. Second batter of the inning, that's went to 3 balls. Popped up, back and out of play. Full count. A strikeout would be ideal right here. And that's hit in the air to center field. Chet McDaniel ranges over and makes the catch. 2 out. That'll bring Andrew Nieves to the plate. Two for 3 on the day for the Moose Jaw left fielder. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Struck out in the second, reached on a walk in the third, singled in the fourth and seventh. And that's hit in the air to right field. Noah Brooks over, lays out and can't make the catch. Picked up there by McDaniel, and he gets it in quickly. Runners on the corners. Great effort there. A little bit shook up is Noah Brooks. Went completely horizontal and just out of his reach. Call time, Cam. Give him a minute. So third single of the day for Nieves. Fouled out of play. Adrian Vivo, the hitter. His first WCBL base hit in the previous at-bat in the 7th inning for Adrian. Sliced one the other way. Firm fastball misses outside. 1-1. Vivo 1 for 2 on the day. Had a sacrifice bunt and a walk in the ball game. Outside, ball 2. Runner on third base, the designated hitter Jackson Jagger. At first, Andrew Nieves. And that's up the middle, fielded by Alex Alva, dropped, and an E4. Unearned run. Kinter got the ground ball he needed. Alva unable to handle it cleanly. 2 runners aboard. Winning run, or the go-ahead run crosses in the top of the 8th inning, rather. And Ben Wallachek is the hitter with 2 aboard. Fastball high, ball 1. That catches the top of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Curveball. Low. Two balls, 1 strike. You're not going to get Ben Wallachek to chase very much. It's a diligent hitter. Fastball fouled back to the screen. A good cut there by Wallachek. 2-2. Wallachek is 0 for 1 today. Fouled out to catcher Rob Gurney in the 5th and walked 3 times. So the OBP is great. 2-2, 2 outs. Curveball in the dirt. Full count. Runners will be on the move. Strike 3 called. Great pitch. Logan Kinter. One run for the Miller Express on only 1 hit. There was a Weyburn error and 2 runners left on base. After 7.5, the Miller Express lead this one 8-7 over the Weyburn Beavers, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 8th inning here on Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. I'll take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard here. Just refresh everything. And in the bottom of the 7th inning, Medicine Hat leads the Swift Current 57s 9-4. Bottom of the 8th inning in Okotoks. Okotoks looking for their first win of the year. Weird to say that at this point. 9-6 they lead the Lethbridge Bulls. And no results from Fort McMurray or Brooks so far this afternoon, so can't help you there. Rob Gurney will lead things off here for the Beavers. Takes a fastball for strike 1. No official at-bats for Rob. 2 hit by pitches and a base on balls today. Inside. Not too far off Aware in another one. One and one the count. And that's hit in the air to center. Back goes Will Edwards. And he's under it and makes the catch. F8 for the first out. And Luke Malzewski will be the hitter. Hitless today is Luke Malzewski. But he reached on a fielder's choice and an error and scored a pair of runs for the Beavers. Takes outside for ball 1. Top of the order, Ryan Dauphiny in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss at a curveball there. Good pitch, Jordan Bauer. Activity in the Weyburn pen. I think it's Joe Hart. One and two. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good control by Jordan Bauer so far here today. Ground ball up the middle. Picked up there by Wallachek in time. Great play, Wallachek. Walzuski is retired 4-3 for the second out of the inning. Jordan Bauer throwing strikes and leaving it to his defense. Ryan Dauphiny checks in. Takes a fastball on the outside black for strike 1. Sack fly and an RBI in his last at-bat. Inside. Had a chance to catch him. Didn't. 1 for 3 on the day is Ryan Dauphiny. A single and a run score in the 5th. Inside. Ball 2. Alex Alva on deck. In the dirt, 3 balls and 1 strike. Activity now in the Moose Jaw pen. Right-hander Werman will try and get a number. Strike 2. Fastball in about the same location as the first pitch of the at-bat on the outside edge. Full count, 2 outs. Off-speed pitch, Dauphiny goes with the pitch the other way, and that's going to be extra bases for Doff. Rounds first, throw coming into second, not in time and wide. Double for Ryan Dauphiny, his second hit of the day. Number 21, Josh Borbeau, warming in the Moose Jaw pen. And Alex Alva will be the hitter. 2 for 4 on the day is Alex. Hits one on the ground to third. Over to first. Stretches Austin Gurney. A good job of base running there by Dauphiny to try and distract the third baseman, but Adrian Vivo completes the throw. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left, or 1 runner left on base in scoring position. And we go to the top of the 9th with the Miller Express leading 8-7, and we'll have the finish of this one when we return with the finale of Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball here on FloCollege. Welcome back to Tom Lang Park. Top of the ninth inning. Logan Kinter back on for his third inning of work. And the top of the order to face him, Thomas Soto, Tanner DeGrazia, and Austin Gurney due up. Fastball just misses the outside, ball one. Kinter, 46 pitches so far, 24 for strikes, so struggling a little bit with control, and that's hit in the air to center field. McDaniel ranges over and makes the catch, 1 out. Had the ground ball to get out of the jam in the eighth. The defense unable to complete the play. And the go-ahead run scored, making this one an 8-7 ball game. Logan Kinter and Jordan Bauer at this point are the pitchers of record. And we have a pinch hitter for the Miller Express. Jackson Martin, number 15, will be the hitter. Pitch hitting for Tanner DeGrazia. Martin takes strike one. Fouls that off. 2-strike count. Martin on the year, 1 for 6. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 straight pitches. Third strikeout for Logan Kinter. And Austin Gurney strides to the plate. The native of Campbell River, BC. From the University of Pikeville in Pikeville, Kentucky. Curveball catches the outside edge. Taken for strike one. 0-1 the count. Jackson Yeager in the on-deck circle. And he's dangerous. Fouled the other way by Austin Gurney. Strike two. Two outs, top of the ninth. Fastball low, bounces to the screen. Nobody aboard, though. 1-2. Oh for 3 on the day is Austin Gurney. Has reached on a hit by pitch and a walk. Fastball just misses outside. Good location, but it was just off the plate. I like the idea. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Curveball hit in the air to right field. Noah Brooks is over, and he's under it. Makes the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. And we're off to the bottom of the ninth when we return with Coast Hotels, Weyburn Beavers baseball here on FloCollege. Three. New pitcher for the Miller Express is Nathan Picio. Nathan was an AP last season with the Miller Express. Has appeared in one game this season. Pitched 2 innings. He gave up a hit, walked 1, and struck out 3. Did not allow a run. And he will try and close this out for the Miller Express against some pretty tough customers. Noah Brooks will lead things off for the Weyburn Beavers. Two for 3 on the day is Noah Brooks as he takes ball 1. Couple of doubles, 2 RBIs. Takes low, ball 2 rather. Brooks takes a fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ian Heck in the on-deck circle. Low, ball 3. Three and 1 count. And that's hit in the air to second base. Wallachek under it. And he makes the catch. 1 out. PCO gets behind and manages to get the pop-up from Noah Brooks. And Ian Heck will be the hitter with 1 out. Brooks 2 for 4 on the day. Ian Heck checks in, 1 for 3 on the day, and an RBI. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Ian with his first home run of the year last night in Moose Jaw. Zach Tanabe in the on-deck circle. No activity in the Weyburn pen. Fastball taken for strike 1. Josh Borbeau staying warm in the Moose Jaw pen and just threw one out of the bullpen and off of the top of the dugout and into the stands, interestingly. Outside, ball 2. Maybe that explains why we're seeing Nathan Picio when Borbeau was warming earlier. I don't know. 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Two count. Moose Jaw product Nathan Picio fouled back. A good location on the fastball there. Ian Heck stays alive. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. I think that might have been outside. And Zach Tanabe comes to the plate. Beavers down to their last out. Trevor Dale in the on-deck circle, waiting for a chance. Curveball taken by Tanabe, strike 1. Another curveball waved at by Tanabe. PCO way ahead, 0-2. That curveball goes back to the well again, and it's low and out of the zone. Tanabe takes. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Beavers down to their last strike. Curveball froze Tanabe and rings him up, and that'll end the ball game. 2 strikeouts for Nathan Picio as he closes this one out. Miller Express win this one, 8-7. The line score, the Miller Express 8 runs on 8 hits, and they committed 2 errors. For the Weyburn Beavers, 7 runs on 8 hits, and they committed 3 errors. The winning pitcher, Jordan Bauer, that's got to be gratifying for the former Beaver. The save to Nathan Picio. The losing pitcher is Logan Kinter. And just rounding up for our Boston Pizza Player of the Game. Our Boston Pizza Player of the Game is going to be Isaiah Granado. Isaiah came in and gave the Beavers some much-needed relief as they allowed the offense some time to tie the game. They trailed 7-1 at the time Isaiah entered the game. He struck out a pair with the bases loaded to extinguish the threat in that 5-run third inning. Proceeded to strike out 6 batters over his 3 2/3 of work. So for his efforts today, the Boston Pizza Player of the Game is Isaiah Granado. Both of these squads are off for the next 2 days before this same Moose Jaw Miller Express squad returns to Tom Lang Park for a 3rd consecutive contest between these 2 teams, and that's going to start at 7:05. On behalf of our producer, Lisa Preddy, and everyone back at FloCollege Central, and myself, John Preddy, I'd like to thank everyone for watching Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball on FloCollege. We wish you a safe drive home if necessary. Thank you, and have a great evening.